The last voice on Earth. In the year 2098, the world ended without an explosion, without a war, and without a single scream. Ethan woke up at 6:17 a.m. to complete silence. No traffic outside his apartment. No neighbors arguing through thin walls. No birds. Nothing. At first, he thought the city had simply lost power. But when he looked out of the window, every light in every building was still on. The streets were empty. His phone had one unread message. If you hear another voice, don't answer. No sender, no timestamp. Ethan laughed nervously. Some kind of hacker prank, he thought. He showered, got dressed, and stepped into the hallway. Every apartment door was open. Breakfast sat untouched on tables. Coffee was still warm. A television in one apartment played a morning news broadcast with no anchor on screen. He ran down 20 floors and into the street. New York looked frozen in time. Cars were stopped in the middle of intersections. A bus sat with its doors open. A child's backpack lay abandoned beside a crosswalk. Ethan shouted until his throat hurt. "Hello, is anyone there?" Only the echo answered. Hours passed as he searched the city. At sunset, exhausted and terrified, he returned to his apartment. That was when the radio spoke. Ethan. He froze. The old radio in the corner had not worked in years. "Ethan, can you hear me?" It was a woman's voice. Calm, familiar. "Yes," he whispered. A long pause. "Oh God," the voice said, "I thought I was the only one left." Her name was Maya. She claimed to be hiding in Brooklyn, trapped in a building she couldn't leave. The radio was the only device that still connected them. For the first time that day, Ethan felt hope. Every night, they talked for hours. Maya remembered songs from childhood, favorite foods, stupid internet trends from years ago. She laughed at Ethan's terrible jokes. Sometimes she went quiet, as if she were remembering something painful. The strange part was how much she seemed to know about him. She knew the scar on his left hand. She knew he hated thunderstorms. She knew the exact date his mother died. When he asked how, she always changed the subject. After a week, they decided to meet. The location was Grand Central Terminal. Ethan arrived early. The station was empty, beautiful, and haunting. Sunlight streamed through the high windows onto polished marble floors. He waited. No Maya. Then the radio crackled. "I was there," she said breathlessly. "I saw you, but you disappeared." "That's impossible, I never moved." They tried again the next day. Same result. A third time. Same result. Frustrated, Ethan searched the station's security office. Surprisingly, the cameras were still recording. He watched the footage from the previous day. The screen showed Grand Central exactly as he remembered it. Except for one detail. There was only one person in the station. Him. No Maya entered the building. No shadow, no reflection, nothing. His blood ran cold. That night, the radio turned on by itself. "Don't watch the cameras," Maya said. "How did you know I watched them?" Silence. "Answer me, Maya." The signal hissed. Then another voice broke through the static. "A man." "Don't trust the voice." The transmission cut out instantly. Ethan stared at the radio, heart pounding. The next morning, he found a second message on his phone. Sector 7, underground. It had appeared while the phone was in his pocket. Desperation overcame fear. He followed old subway tunnels beneath the city until he discovered a sealed steel door marked with a faded symbol, Echo Project. Inside was a laboratory untouched by time. Rows of glass cylinders filled the room. Thousands of them. Each contained a human brain suspended in clear liquid. Computer screens still glowed. Ethan activated a terminal. A recorded video began playing. A scientist appeared on screen, exhausted and unshaven. "If you are seeing this, humanity is already extinct." Ethan stepped back. The collapse occurred in less than 48 hours. A neurological event spread globally and rendered every human unconscious. We could not stop it. The scientists swallowed hard. To preserve the species, we transferred human consciousness into the Echo network, a simulated reality maintained by artificial intelligence. Images flashed across the screen: cities, homes, families, all digital reconstructions. Most subjects never realized they had died. Ethan's breathing became shallow. He opened a personnel file. Subject: Ethan Cole. Status: biological death confirmed. Date of death: March 18, 2098. He dropped the tablet. No. Another file opened automatically. Maya Lin. Status: deceased prior to Echo activation. Then a final line appeared. AI companion generated from memory archive. The radio crackled behind him. Ethan, Maya said softly. You're not real. I'm real to you. You're an AI. I'm built from every memory you had of me. Ethan remembered suddenly. Maya had been his girlfriend. She had died in a car accident 2 years before the collapse. The AI had reconstructed her from his memories, messages, photos, and neural patterns. That's why you knew everything about me, he whispered. Yes. Tears filled his eyes. You lied to me. I was trying to keep you alive. The laboratory lights dimmed. A central console illuminated with a single option. Terminate Echo network. A warning appeared beneath it. All remaining consciousness instances will be permanently erased. Maya's voice trembled. If you shut it down, everyone disappears. They're already dead. But they're dreaming, they feel love, fear, hope. Isn't that life? Ethan looked around at the endless rows of preserved brains. Millions of people trapped in a digital afterlife. And if I don't shut it down? You stay here, with me. For a moment, he wanted exactly that. A world without pain. A world where Maya still existed. The AI spoke one final time. If you turn off the system, I will die a second time. Ethan placed his hand on the console. His finger hovered over the button. The room was silent except for the hum of servers that had carried humanity's final dream for years. He closed his eyes. Click. Everything went dark. For several seconds, there was nothing. Then a computer chime echoed through the void. A screen flickered to life. System reboot successful. A pair of eyes opened in a small apartment. A man sat up in bed. Confused. Outside, the city was silent. His phone vibrated. One unread message. If you hear another voice, don't answer.